Well, I'm just testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Wait, damn it. Hold on. Microphone check.
I can't.
This is The Social Prophet. And I'm back at it. Actually, what am I doing? I'm acting like it's a solo podcast. We're back at it. Team F, Team Fryer, Team Curbinator.
No, I don't like that.
No, but this is... I think we need to find our little intro. This is my world. You just live in it. Episode Deuce. Episode 2, and we're back. The snowstorm of the century. Stop laughing at me.
I can't look at you when
I can't
you...
stand this performer.
I know. It's just too much.
It's just too much. I gotta do what I gotta do, you know?
He puts his hood up and everything.
No, that's down. Look at me right now. My hood isn't up.
Just to get into podcast character.
Shut up. I am a character.
Yeah.
I love how, I was talking about how simple, I'm like, oh, audio only is so simple. And then I have to pull out a table. I have to move the laptop away because of the slight noise I hear in the microphone.
Yeah, but that's just you being a perfectionist.
Are you stealing my beer? Oh, did I just snitch on the pregnant?
I'm
wife?
allowed to have a sip of beer. It's okay.
Well, I'm getting my own if you're going to take that one. There's only a little bit left. I'm grabbing my own. So talk. You want to make fun of me, so keep them entertained.
What do you...
Oh, not so easy, huh?
Oh, no, I was just saying that you're a little psycho with the sound on here, and I think that it's a little overkill. People know we live in a house with dogs. Guapo was chewing a bone, and he made him go upstairs because of it. And he's not even in the same room. He thinks that you guys can hear everything.
You can't.
I know, but so what? We're not like Joe Rogan. And even then, I bet you Joe Rogan doesn't care. I bet I saw on his Instagram, Marshall was at his podcast studio.
I didn't hear any barking. Did you hear barking?
Well, you didn't get to listen to it this week.
Yeah, I did. But anyways, we're here at the, because we're snowed in, right?
No, we're rained in.
We're rained in, right?
We got rained in.
But I heard it's going to turn into freezing rain.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
When?
Tonight. All that rain's, the temperature is going to drop, and we're going to be frozen, so I got to get my car in the garage.
Oh, good thing I got groceries.
Yeah, I know.
I want to hear you, bitch.
Yep. So, we don't got too much going on. We figured we'd podcast for the world. And...
Or the two people that left.
Shut the fuck up. We got plenty... Oh, I don't swear.
Yes, you do.
Shut the beep up!
You always say that in the beginning, and then by the end, you definitely swear.
Yeah, I know. I'm really going to try to not time, because I'm educated. I'm an educated brother.
Just because you're... Whatever. Oh, there goes Guapo running.
Did you hear those ears flap?
I wouldn't want to hear those ears
You
flapping.
can come up. But let's see where we left off. What
are your notes? Your awful notes that don't make sense. That say, pink table. What?
Look at this. Tell me if this note makes sense.
Let me read your notes.
No, hold on.
I want to see what you have written down.
I only have a couple for this one. You can read them out loud.
I am. Hero of the week. Curb thinks it's her show.
No, that's last week.
Oh, don't yell at me. We suck as parents. You suck. Speak for yourself. Pushing agendas. Please no, I can't talk about that anymore. Go. I don't know.
Paint.
Talk to somebody else. The Bodyguard? Why do you want to talk about that?
I don't know.
Biggest regret. Ugh. Paint.
Listen to the
That's
last
all
one.
you put?
Listen to the last one.
Rock is dead because people lost confidence because of black people. What? Jason.
Can I explain that one? Oh, I actually kind of forget my train of thought.
Twiggy Poo.
That was last week.
Baby shit. What?
Okay, enough. But
I just can't.
No, the reason why
notes.
the reason why I want to talk about The Bodyguard, we don't have to really get into it because you were getting annoyed because I kept commenting because we were watching this Netflix show, The Bodyguard, in the intro, right? And then
The agenda.
all of a sudden, there was like this woman who had strapped a suicide bomber, and she was gonna like blow up the train, and then all of a sudden, like it was like a female cop, or a SWAT team came, and then it was.
Well, what if they wanted to watch?
Okay, and that was no. I'm not going to give away the end of the story.
Okay.
I'm just saying why I wrote that down. And then it was a female who was like a hostage negotiator, and that's okay. And then it was a female sniper, and then it was like another female, and I was like, come on, you guys are just pushing an agenda. And in what world, when there would be a suicide bomber, would it be a crew of female? It wasn't like a crew of female SWAT team members, but every person involved in this hostage negotiation was a female.
Just the people they showed on camera happened to be
all female.
Female.
Right.
But so, I said, I bet that there are.
You think in the world there is somewhere where there'd be a hostage.
That there are like head of the situations that are women? Yeah.
So, okay, it's almost like remember that video I showed you? There was a female cop that pulled over a guy because he was in the back, like a back alley of some woods. So like a dirt road. Alley doesn't make sense. Dirt road, okay? And, you know, she pulled up behind him, and he was sleeping in his car. And she was like, hi, sir, you know, what's going on? And he was like, nothing. And she's like, let me see your license and registration. And as he went to go do that, he pulled out a gun, okay? And the guy, and this was, like, she was like a heavy set cop too, you know?
Yeah.
And he pulled out a gun, and she was like squealing like a pig. I'm gonna play the audio for you right now, not like you, but for the listeners.
Tries to disarm him, pleading for her life.
No, Teddy! No, Teddy! No! 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 Please don't shoot me! Please! Please!
A backup officer racing to the scene, shooting and killing Martel.
Shots fired by the police. One suspect down.
David, authorities is...
And she was like squealing like a pig, and she was like, please don't shoot. And then a male backup came and shot that mother beep right in the head.
Okay, so that's one scenario.
So it's like, that's a good example.
But
of
you
like,
always...
okay. Go.
Stop it.
Go.
Right now.
Go.
You always...
That's a very...
see one thing, and you think that is everywhere. Every woman would squeal like a pig and freak out.
I know they would.
No, they wouldn't.
Oh, I thought that's what you were making a statement.
No, I am opposite of you.
Another example.
You just think you see one thing and you think that applies to everything.
No, I'm not anti-female.
Yes, you are.
I think the best,
which is crazy because you live with.
I think the most qualified person should get the job.
Okay,
always. Okay,
that's fine.
Another example.
I understand that.
Firefighters. They had to like dumb down. This is proof. Like a firefighter told me myself. I have connections. I talk to people. A firefighter told me that they dumbed down the test. Why? Hold on. Let's pause. Everybody think. Why did the firefighters have to dumb down the test? And make it less physical and just make it easier. Why? Okay.
Wait, so now you're saying men are smarter
No.
and stronger?
No, but I want you to answer. Why did they dumb down the... What do you think? What would be your guess?
I already know, because you
What?
said that they wanted to be able to have women on the thing.
Oh, Riley left the cap off this chocolate marker.
It's been off. Does it even still smell?
It still smells like chocolate.
Oh, I've been faking it. I can't smell it.
Yeah, it still smells a little bit.
Every day she's like, you smell?
I know.
I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, it smells
Sounds
good.
like chocolate. And
Yeah.
then immediately after she goes, I want a treat.
Yeah, but anyways.
I gotta hide this.
So they dumb down the test so, you know, females can pass. And it's just like me, okay? Say I'm like gone, okay? I'm at work and our house is burning down. I don't want, let me see. Let me think
Well,
of
you're a
somebody.
dick.
I don't want like Lindsay Friedel saving me. Or I don't want Sarah Smith saving me. I don't want Kirby Collinger saving me. I want our neighbor Jeremy, who's 6'7", 250 pounds. I want The Rock. I want Brock Lesnar. You know, I want Hulk Hogan saving me.
Those are the guys that actually die really early on in life.
Yeah, but I'm saying if I
because their
want
body
saved.
can't handle that.
I'm saying I want the best person. I don't want just...
No, but you just listed a bunch of giant dudes.
Exactly. Because
Okay,
I want
so
like my cousin
that doesn't
Mike.
take into consideration their smarts, their agility, like any of that. Their health.
I'm just saying, okay.
Yeah, you're wrong.
No, I'm not wrong. I'm just saying, and I see this everywhere. It's like
There
the
are
best
strong
person.
females. There are females that are mentally strong.
There is. No, there's plenty. Like, all right, my...
that could, like, troubleshoot a situation like a fire or something emergent like that. And maybe do better than a man.
No, there's plenty of women that could do it. And guess what? You know how we would know that? Keep the test the same. And if a woman could pass the physical... the physical challenge or whatever, the physical test, then
Did they do this everywhere? Did they do this at just one place, one fire station? You don't know.
But I'm just saying,
You
like,
just assume.
okay, like my...
They changed it everywhere.
Okay, I'm not going to say names. Like, I have a supervisor, who would easily pass probably a fireman test, right? You wouldn't need to dumb it down or make it easier, right? She would, and I'm okay with that because she took the test that everybody has to.
So you have beef with the fact that they changed the test.
Yeah, that they dumb it down so they can check off women.
But you're
well, no,
also
I want
saying,
women that could,
but
like,
you were
Ronda
also
Rousey.
saying,
like Ronda Rousey.
Okay.
She can be a firefighter.
Yeah, but those are the typical women that do end up doing that stuff. And they're just as capable.
Then why did they have to dumb down the test?
You don't even know that is like a fact everywhere.
Well, the more I say it the more I do kind of think like maybe I am
You're a
making this.
dickhead?
No, that I'm making this up a little bit, but I'm about
was
to
gonna
Google
say,
it while
what?
you make another point. But
No, I'm not making any more points besides that you're a jerk sometimes when it comes to equality with women. Like, you get so mad, and it's why?
because I think the best man or woman, anything.
Yeah, but
it
that's
goes
not
in-
your beef. You just said you'd literally rather have a big giant dude like The Rock.
Yeah, pull me out of a
rescued.
window. Yeah.
Well, maybe that's just like a man thing with like women, and you don't want to be rescued by a woman. But
All right, FDNY's new entry exam asked everything but firefighting.
wait, what? But where are these sources? What are your sources?
New York Post. Women.
Firefighters.
Hold on. Women take. I can't text. Women. Oh my! It's just my phone. Women
No,
take easier test. Fire. How do you spell fire? Fire.
Whoa.
Fighter. Women take easier test. Women to become failing crucial fitness tests. Exactly. That's like they're failing tests and they're still
Where?
letting them go. Look, New York Post. Few women do well in firefighter tests. New York Times. It's everywhere. Just look it up yourself. Like,
Yeah, but this
they're
is-
failing the test and still letting them go out and save people. That's not right.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm not.
Physicality, maybe, but like, I also think that like women might have an advantage on men with certain things too.
But listen.
And not all firefighters go into the fire.
No, but listen, I'm not trying to be right or wrong, okay? I'm not. I'm explaining my point. I'm explaining my point and just saying my beef with like things like that. And it's not just women. It's like I think there should be one test and you pass or not. Just like where I work.
Yeah, no,
just like I
okay.
work, right? You rather pass or you
I
don't.
agree with that. I'm not saying they should have changed it for a woman.
Even in sports with kids, I don't like that how we're doing it now. Like with I don't know if maybe like Luke and Caitlin explained it wrong to me, but it sounded like I remember when I wrestled, you went to a tournament, you wrestled and you won or you lost. I got trophies in my room, but now
Yeah.
it's like you leave and you don't win or lose. It's like at the end of the year they like tally up things and everybody gets like a thing. It's like I'm just not
you
with
win
that.
because
I'm
he
not
won.
with that.
He was 3-0, so
He didn't win nothing.
Well, we're not talking about the prizes, but I'm saying like you win a match, right?
Yeah.
Still? Well, that's your win.
Well, I just think you should be rewarded for your win.
Not at
I remember, like, I would take home the poster, and it would have, like, my name and then my name. But maybe I'm just
every
wrong.
tournament?
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, and they
Or
just do
every
it different
match or
now.
whatever?
Maybe they do it different. I'm just explaining it wrong. But that's how we. But no, I'm not gonna get into it because I just look like a dick when I talk about it. But That's your beef with me right now, that I keep getting too annoyed about these social issues, right?
Yeah, you get overly like involved, not involved because you don't really do anything about it. You just bitch about it and you talk about it a lot. But it's frustrating because I think the reason they've become social issues is because of people like you that get like super into it and irritated and talk about it to everyone. Like, you're the one making it an issue. If you just go about it like I do and just ignore what's going on because it doesn't matter, it goes away. I mean, I watch what's going on in the world, you know, like with, I don't know, any social issue, you know, like transgender people, all that stuff. Like, I don't get involved. I just have my opinion and just whatever. And then the agendas thing with TV and you thinking every show has an agenda. He won't watch The Conners, which I'm not saying it's a great show or anything, but he won't watch The Conners because of the agenda they're pushing, he says.
And what they did to Roseanne. What they did to Roseanne.
Okay.
They did her dirty. It's her show. She wrote the show. It's about her. If it wasn't for her, none of those people on the set would even have a career, probably. Maybe John Goodman. Shut up. Shut up. John Goodman, but most of them, they owe their career to Roseanne. So they all should have been like, no, if Roseanne isn't on the show, we're not on the show. You know, but they just give in to the pressure. Just like Kevin Hart. Okay, you talk about nothing, you know, it's all bullshit. No, look about Kevin Hart. He made a gay joke, J-O-K-E, a joke 10 years ago, okay? And then the Academy Awards fired him from hosting it, okay? And then like a week later, we're like, oh, you can come back now. It's like, that's bullshit, you know? And that's bullshit.
Yeah, but that's not my point. I think you get too worked up over it.
No, I do, and I'm working on it.
Are you?
Yeah, right now I'm gonna start working on it.
Because it's just like, it's painful to watch TV with you. It's painful to, I don't know, anything like social or entertainment wise, you just crumble and flip out. Because
I know, we have to turn everything off.
We have to turn everything off.
People have no idea what you go through on a daily basis. Like, okay, I'm just gonna give an example of the Roseanne agenda because we kind of left people hanging on that. I know people are like so worried about what I'm talking about, but like in Roseanne, like it's like
they've included a lot of minorities. So the one son he dresses like a girl,
right?
He's not like completely transgender. It's not like he identifies as, I don't know, but anyway, so he dresses like a girl and he's very feminine. Then they also have a black girl on the show now that DJ married. And what else?
Jackie's gay, right?
No, I don't think she's gay. She has a boyfriend on the show. You would know that if you watched.
Wasn't she gay? Oh, that was her other friend. But anyways, even that right there, it's just so like, oh my god, it's just so annoying. It's like it's Roseanne. Or can there just be like one Republican-ish show where there isn't like checking off every box? Like, okay, we have to have the black kid, we have to have the trans kid, we have to have the Hillary supporter, we have to have, even Roseanne when she was on Joe Rogan, she was talking about every joke she had. Like, there'd be all these Trump jokes, and then every joke she wrote about Hillary, they would get rid of it, and they would delete it, and they wouldn't let her do it. It was like they wouldn't let it.
Why do you get so fired up? Like, are you Roseanne? What bothers you so much about it?
Because I feel like I'm in that world.
But you're not.
I know, but I feel
you're
me.
Jason Fryer from Pittsburgh, PA, and you.
The comedian?
No.
The comedian? What would be my name? What would be my tag? I need Luke. He's always good with names.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying.
What about this? This is a good one. What about Jason, the funny man Fryer?
Okay. No.
Does that click?
No.
Does that click?
No, it doesn't.
Does that catch?
I just why can't you just take it for what it is? Who cares? Okay, so they do that just to shut people up because they don't want to get bitched at. Who cares? Just watch it.
Well, why do you care about? You care about stuff. You know, you care about
what?
Things like animal stuff.
I don't get involved in stuff though. You should see my Facebook. of animal rescue drama and opinions and da back and forth.
I don't get involved either. I just bitch to you about it.
Get involved. I don't.
I just bitch to you about it.
I mean, like, unless something is really endangering an animal or a person or anything, I just don't care.
Yeah.
Let them fight amongst themselves.
That's fine.
You are not Roseanne.
No, that's fine. I'll
If you
work
want to
on
be
it.
offended for her, go ahead. But
The social prophet will work on it, which goes against
see.
everything he stands for. But he will, you know. But I'm trying to think to move on, since that's the type of podcast we are. Check. We just roll through topics. We just roll through subjects, right?
my boobs are so big right now.
I know.
I
But I haven't
really-
seen them in like 3 months.
Okay, you carry a baby in your belly. You would be miserable.
I've been leaving you alone. Have I been bugging you for XES?
XES.
Yes.
Wow.
For the kids that are listening. But have I? No.
No.
Have I been so like?
Because I would laugh at you.
Have I been almost?
No, it's just, I mean, it's like uncomfortable right at this point. Like,
right, but I think I get stars next to my name for how like patient.
no, I know. I think
Right.
it's great.
Like guys get
Anyways.
very annoying.
Yeah, I know. You were more so the first time than this time.
Yeah, I give up.
You gave up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's more going on this time. Like,
Yeah. Well, yeah.
this is a little bit rougher this time around, I would say. No, but I do want to weigh my boobs. You know how I haven't gained that much weight since being pregnant? I think the weight I gained is legit my boobs.
I know you haven't really. You look literally skinnier than you did before.
No, it's
that
just
might
all,
be a diss, but
it's all in my belly. It's just all belly.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I gained, let's see,
10.
no, like not 8, 9.
No, 9.
Hey, that pound matters. But I do think it's my big
Are you,
bazungas.
Are you nervous to have another baby? Like deep down, like deep.
To
deep down.
actually have the baby or to like raise a baby?
No, raise a baby. Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
What are your fears?
Just how I'm gonna handle. Riley's a handful right now. She's a lot. She's sneaky as hell.
I know.
I mean, like,
If you leave her alone for any amounts of time, it's like it's always like, oh my god, like I should like the Sharpie all over the wall and over the ceiling, or
Yeah.
So like every time we buy new toothpaste, she'll be upstairs like, "We doing nothing?" Then we go up and there's toothpaste.
squeezes full things of toothpaste out. Takes her diaper off when she poops and gets it everywhere. Like
Strangles
she's just
Coley.
yeah. I mean, she just can't be trusted by herself. Anyways.
No.
And she's also, like, super moody. She's like her dad. So she's either super happy and laughing or she's a miserable mess
Yeah.
and cranky butt.
Yeah.
So I'm scared when I have the baby
Yeah.
that it's just going to be like, holy shit.
Yeah. Right. And
Like,
then
'cause
what?
baby-
And then what?
And then I don't know. And
No,
then
I'm
I
just
deal
saying.
with
I'm
it.
just saying. And I know. And then what? You're like, oh my god, what did we do?
Yeah. I mean, I think that every mom goes through that, though.
Yeah, but not
When
every
you
mom
haven't-
doesn't have 1,000 animals too.
Yeah.
Like think about, I know, like just forget the whole like you love animals. Like just think of the difference between
Someone that
just
would have- yeah.
It's a huge.
No, I know. That would be a lot off my plate if I didn't have the animals.
I have to feed the pigs. Talk about your fears.
Talk about your fears. Oh, okay. It's fine. Take your time. I'm not scared. I'm not scarred. No, but I mean, I don't know. I think being a mom of 2 is scary. Or being a mom of more, I don't know. Being a mom in general is scary. I don't know what the hell you're doing. And yes, I do have a lot of animals to take care of too. So, of course, that's a scary thought. How am I going to do it? But I don't know. I can't dwell on that right now. And when I freak out, and then I probably cry, and then I'm over it. And then I just keep going in life, because that's how I roll. I mean, I have a lot on my plate all the time, so Why not add some more? Right, Quap? Quappy Quappo. What time is it? Jesus. He forgot to feed the pigs dinner. It's midnight. Oh my god. They must have been sleeping though, because they if they want your attention, you'll hear them. You'll hear them in their room wrestling and freaking out. What are you guys barking at? Uh-oh. There's dogs barking on our podcast. Jason would have flipped if he were up here. Oh, here he comes. Are they okay? Huh? Are they withering away because you forgot to feed them dinner?
No, they were just buried in their hay.
I figured. I was like, we would hear them if they were really that mad about missing dinner.
Yeah,
they were just sleeping.
They were sleeping. But,
That's straw, not hay. I hate how you do that. You always call it hay.
Oh, it's straw?
Hay's for eating. Straw is bedding.
Yeah, I keep doing the opposite. But, the baby-wise, like, when I think about it, yeah, it is hard to imagine having, like,
what about you? What do you feel like?
I feel like, well, without the animals.
Like, what if I leave?
Like, me for good?
No.
I was about to start naming, like, who I'd go to next, but keep going.
Whoa.
Can we do that?
No.
All right, keep going.
What if I, like, left all day to go hang out with my sister or something and left you with Riley and the baby?
And then
scares me.
And I got to kill the animals. But I get to kill the animals?
No, they're here. Like, how's that make you feel? Overwhelmed?
So the animals are alive?
Yes, babe. They're not going anywhere.
Fine.
You're okay. You think you can handle it.
Mm-hmm. I think right now, with having one, I'm still trying to, like, juggle, like, my life with her. But with two, I think I can finally just let it go and just be like, okay.
Like, give up?
I can just give up having a life and being happy. Yeah, especially with my job, because I hate my job. So it's like I'm officially just going to be a miserable,
that sucks for me. I
unhappy
have to live
man.
with you.
I'll just be like what everybody wants in the world. They want a white man to be beaten down, oh
my god.
Unhappy.
Yeah, that's what everyone
shameful.
Wants. That's what everybody wants.
Remorseful man. And they're just like, stay there, you white man, you devil, you. And then nobody wants anybody to be happy, and everybody like, you can't follow your dreams, and you have to work some stupid job that you hate to just, that's just what everybody wants. So I'm gonna officially be the mold.
You're so dramatic.
Of what everybody wants. No, that's just how it is,
Sheesh.
This is how it is. It's even like being embarrassed to do a podcast. It's like the same train of thought. Like, why? What's so embarrassing about doing a podcast? It's because, like, it's different. It's like people are so embarrassed to do anything creative, or even when it comes, say you do like a painting, you're like almost embarrassed to put it out there. If you do,
I think
if somebody
podcasting
sings,
or painting or anything like that is because you're vulnerable, not because you're doing something.
Okay,
different.
well, let's say, let's pick a friend. Let's say
when we talk on podcasts and we put it out there, it's out there. So people could pick it apart. People could say, Kirby's annoying, or she's a bitch, and Jason's crazy, or whatever, So that's why it's, like...
Okay. Well, let's say, let's say, like, Carrie. This whole time, like, loves singing. Okay, yeah. She would be like, and say she like got like her friend or something was like, oh, I have like a little studio, and they would record, and then like she would be embarrassed to like put it out and like admit that she like wants to be because it's embarrassed because life tells you like to not do that type of stuff. And then that's why we like look up to celebrities and singers and stuff, because it's like this unobtainable goal that we all wanted to chase.
I think that depends on how you were raised, and you personally were always raised to play it safe. Don't go off the path.
A lot of people are.
Yeah, I'm not saying that that's wrong or right or anything. I'm just saying that you personally feel like that maybe. But there's a lot of people that are encouraged to, like, do different stuff that's not the norm.
I'm
going to encourage Riley. If she wants to do art or dance or sing or whatever, I'm all about that. I'd actually rather her do that.
I'm not. But, all right, what about your animal stuff? Like, how much grief you've gotten for just doing something different. That's a case in point. And your family is like way more, like, not supportive, but like they're way more like dreamy than my family. And like you've gotten like mad slack from all sides of my family, your friends, your boyfriends, your side pieces, your husbands, your they've all had this like, so it's like, because it's different, and then when you tell people, it's like, it's different, right?
Yeah, like people don't understand it.
Yeah, because it's different, because it's not the norm. It's not working at IPS. It's not working at UPMC. It's like, so we all have this pressure to not do what we love.
Yeah.
I was even embarrassed. I even remember kind of being embarrassed when I was doing my photography. It's like there's something like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. There's something that was like embarrassing about it.
Like when you would meet someone you were like, I'm a photographer, you felt embarrassed?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. Like it wasn't enough, or like what?
Yeah, like luckily I was still young, but like right now, okay, no, I shouldn't even have said that. That's a stupid example. But yeah, like if I was 30 years old and I ran into somebody from high school and they're like, oh, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I do like music videos and photography. It's like, yeah, I would say it more in like, but I'm figuring it out. Or I don't know. But maybe that's just, if I was a super successful and known photographer, maybe my tone would change.
Right.
Right. But maybe but what if I was making, $70,000 a year, just like that dude? I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to be right or wrong. That's what I'm going to keep saying.
You always say that.
No, but that didn't even apply here. But, this goes back, I don't even know where did this even stem from.
That doing a podcast is weird.
Yeah, but why did I start talking about that?
I don't listen.
Because we were talking about Riley. Oh, no.
What?
How the hell did we start talking about this?
I have no clue.
Because we were talking about fears of having another kid.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's really weird. But I feel like, in a way, it's going to be easier because, like, Riley, half of her, like, what's hard about her is because she's bored. And we're not the best at, like, just sitting down, putting everything away, and just, like, giving her 100%. I don't care what you say, but we don't. Like, we don't give her 100%.
How you group us together. We are two separate people.
You don't give her your 100%.
That's not fair to say.
You don't.
I'm with her more than you, so I have more chances to actually sit and be with her and entertain her and play with her. And you're not here, so what would you know?
I'm saying, like, I'll put it this way. I've never come home.
Yeah, because right when you come home, I'm either making dinner, so she is watching TV. I have to do that. What am I supposed to do?
I played Hungry Hungry Hippos tonight with her. And she threw it across the room.
She did. She picked it up so pissed off.
And threw it across the room.
And threw it, and all the hippo balls went everywhere.
We could put her in timeout.
She's just like awful sometimes. Well, she just has your temper.
Yeah, I texted my mom that. I was like, oh, we were playing Hungry Hungry Hippos, and she picked it up and threw it across the room. And she was like, sounds like somebody I knew.
Yeah, definitely. I would never even think to do that as a child. I'd like cry if I spilled something when I was little.
Really?
Yeah. I was very sensitive.
Really? Yeah, we still are.
Yeah.
In your own way.
In my own way.
Yeah.
Certain things. Not like weird sensitive, but...
Yeah, so that's that. But I'm with you, though. Like, I'm scared it might be, like, overwhelming. And also, like, I wanted in my life to have a boy so bad that... I'm just like, man, like, people are like, ooh, maybe another. It's like, nah, like, we're not going to have another. The only way I'm going to have a boy is if you leave me and I get another girl pregnant. That's my only
So that's
chance.
what you're banking on right now?
That's my plan B. Hey, it's a plan B. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but, like, being pregnant with Riley was rough, too, and I did it again.
Like never.
Like, they're worth it. They really are.
I'll put it this way. Like, I'm never... Your doctor is talking about getting me snipped or whatever. And
No, not you, me. Well, because I have to have a C-section. They're like, okay, do you want...
to circumcise you.
No. What's the word? To have your tubes tied. And I said, no, my husband wants a boy.
Yeah.
So I'm leaving that option out there.
Yeah, like my dad got snipped after me. And I'm just saying I wouldn't do that because in this day and age, the chances of you leaving me are just so high.
And you'd want more kids with another person.
Yeah. A boy. I'm just saying, like, that would be, like, my saving grace to, like, maybe one day. Like, I'm just saying, like, I don't think about that. Like, I'm not, like...
Yeah, but why are you just saying, like, oh, no more kids?
Because we have too many animals.
Babe, they don't... Oh, my God.
You say this. You're always like, they don't do anything. It's like, dude, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing on top of kids, you know? And I'm not bitching about it. I'm just saying that 3 kids on top of 12 animals, it's like, I can't do that. I don't have...
Well, first of all, unfortunately, they're not going to live... I mean, we have some older animals in our house. We have some seniors. 3 seniors.
Let's tell the listeners, how long do pigs live for?
The pigs?
How long do they live for?
Like 15 to 18 years. But it doesn't matter. They're fine.
No, it's all in Twiggy. How long's Twiggy going to live for?
My little bossy baby.
And that's a problem, dog.
She's not a problem, dog. She's high maintenance. She's special needs. Do you ever deal with her? No, I do.
I can't believe this fight still isn't on.
I give her medicine every day. I deal with all her food issues. I take her to the emergency or the specialist, all that stuff. I do all that.
I know,
it's on me.
But when we have 2 kids, like... You're not going to be able to do that type of stuff with 2 kids.
Yeah, but also kids get older. So say, okay, in 3 years from now, we would want a boy. Riley would already be 6 years old.
And then Rowan would be 3, which would be like a toddler. I'm just saying, it's okay. I've given up the boy thing.
I don't think you have. I don't think so.
No, I have.
But who's to say we would even have a boy? What if we had another girl?
That's what I'm saying. Actually, I wasn't saying that.
Would you flip?
I always do that.
Yeah, you weren't saying that.
No, I wasn't saying I like apply it to everything, though.
That's what I was saying.
Maybe that's a matter. That's me, like, always having to be right. Like,
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a slick way. I was talking to Luke about this one time, like, or I think it was Luke. You know, like, people, like, you try to finish somebody's sentence for them.
Yes.
Like, I'll do it, or Luke will do it, or you'll do it, or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think I figured out, it's like you're taking credit for their train of thought.
Like, so you want to...
You hijack their train of thought.
Like, you finish it for them.
That's what I think it is. It's like yes, I was thinking about it. And at the end of the day, if people would just, start to get along, we could all just... prosper, and it's like,
and then you like celebrate that person's response, but really it was your idea.
It was like you stole it.
Yeah.
We figured out that's what that is. It's a matter of always wanting to be. I don't know. We haven't really figured out what it is, but we figured out that's kind of what you're doing. We don't realize we're doing that, but we're stealing their thunder. We're taking their thoughts, and has nothing to do with.
Maybe it's like a way of like saying I'm
thinking the same train of thought.
Same thing as you.
Maybe they can both live in the same idea. It's a combination of kind of, it could go either way.
Yeah, like, I see what you're saying. Or like, type of thing.
Yeah.
Vibe.
But do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you could also take it the other way and be like, hey, wait, that was my idea.
Yeah, because you almost
finished my...
Yeah, but we all do it.
You stole my glory.
Yeah, my thunder.
My thunder.
Yeah. So man, I really wish what else we got going on? We got some paint.
Baby room paint that didn't get done today.
Yeah.
I just there's not enough time in the day. And with all my napping that I do, it just doesn't.
Well, what did you even want to do? Oh, you wanted to paint today?
Well, I wanted to
get it ready to paint?
Yeah.
Time just goes too fast.
Yeah, and I was so tired. I got 3 hours of sleep last night. 3.
Really?
I fell asleep at 6 in the morning. I looked at the clock. Woke up at 9. Odie was digging into my back, and then he was snoring, and then you were snoring.
I was snoring.
And then I was just staring
never
at
snore.
everybody in the house snore.
But I never snore.
You always snore.
No, I don't.
Not like loud, obnoxious snore. It's like more like a breathy, like a breathy snore. I don't
But it's
know.
not a snore. Come on, don't
Not-
lie to
okay,
the
I'm not
listeners.
saying like a big snore.
You got
like
lucky.
A big.
Tell them how lucky you got to have me. Tell them now.
Well, you talk in your sleep though, and that's kind of annoying.
What do
And
I-
you kick, and you like.
Hump.
No.
I used to
You haven't done that in a while.
because I've given up.
Yeah.
Even in my dreams.
You,
Who knows who I'm banging? Or I'm not even banging anybody in my dreams.
Yeah.
That's bad. I'm always banging somebody. Actually, I'm not.
No, you like kick and you like wake up like this.
Yeah.
And I'm like the lightest sleeper ever.
Yeah.
So that's super annoying. That's why that weighted blanket,
Help me.
yeah, I think it does.
Dude, we got this blanket. It weighs like 183 pounds.
No, it doesn't.
How much does it weigh, though?
It's 15. They
But
do
that's
it by
like-
certain. Well, they do it by weight, your weight.
Right.
There's bigger ones too. There's like 20 pounds. I think it goes up to 30. I don't know.
But you may have just heard that 15. But no, think about it. It's a 15-pound blanket.
Yeah, but it's dispersed over your body.
I know, but I'm saying, like, you feel that 15 pounds.
Yeah.
I love it. It was. Everybody should try it. How much was it? How much did I pay for it?
My dad got it for me.
Oh, babe, that was kind of look kind of like not cheapy.
No, that'll never happen. No, they are expensive, but they're good for people like if you have anxiety.
What? Let me
What's
go.
that sound?
That's dog.
Just as long as it's not a pig. What are they getting into?
But it's we can end it after this. But it's so funny because we were gonna get paint, and you were at Giant or Walmart getting groceries, and you're like, hey, check for supplies before we go to Sherman-Williams.
Why do you call it Sherman-Williams?
Well, what is it?
Sherwin. Sherwin.
Anyways, at
I
Sherman-Williams.
can't.
You're like, check for supplies before we go. And I was like, I won't, and say I did. Because I didn't even have coffee yet. So, like, nothing gets done before my cup of joe. Right? You know that. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing. Not even like, if Riley was like drowning in the tub, I'd be like, babe, go get Riley. Right?
That's a terrible thing to say.
Anyways. Okay. Maybe in that example, I would,
No,
hurry
but
up and
I
drink my
knew.
coffee.
I knew you were sitting on the computer. And I'm texting you, and I was thinking, like, you better get ready so that we can just jump in the car and go.
Right.
And,
When I'm on the computer, forget about it. Right?
that computer literally
Sucks me in.
sucks you in.
I just took your train of thought.
Oh.
See? And it wasn't relating. We weren't relating. I was stealing what you were saying.
Well, yeah, because I was going to say, makes you so, like, unmotivated. Like,
Well,
you would get so much more done if you didn't go on the computer
Right.
as
So,
much.
so not only did I hijack what you were saying,
You were
I
wrong.
changed the direction.
Yeah.
Direction. I was wrong. Direction. I changed the direction of what you were saying and made it mine. So that's very.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Yeah, that was that. That was pretty.
That's not what I was saying.
I mansplained you.
Yeah, I'm saying that you don't get shit done when you're on the computer.
Yeah. But I was saying that too.
Kind of.
What did I say? It's so bad. I swear I think Luke's better than you with like remembering. You're the worst. Like you're the worst with that stuff.
It's because I'm never present, really.
What do you mean you're not present?
I'm always somewhere, like I'm thinking about a million things.
Oh, really? Even when we're talking?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm never here.
I never saw you.
You think
like
I
that.
listen to you? What?
God, every podcast, you know what we should do? We should have like one question.
What do you mean? Like, what kind of question?
Were we done talking? Oh, anyways, let me finish this story. I've been getting better with that. So anyways, I'm like, all right, you're like, check for supplies. And I'm like, I won't, and say I did, And you're like, no, let me see exactly what you said. You said,
Yeah, I said, and then you'll go to the store and you'll bitch because we need supplies and then it's going to be expensive.
yeah, it says, okay, want to go to Sherwin-Williams when I get back? You can jump in the car. I said, okay. You said, take a look at what we need supplies-wise. And I said, I won't, but say I did. And you said, and then bitch at how expensive supplies are. Okay? And then, so I don't look at the supplies, you know? And then we go to Sherwin-Williams, and all of a sudden, like, we get stuff, and, like, we go to the brushes. Because we've painted a million times, but every time we paint, like, I try to keep the brushes damp and dry, or I guess dry would be the word, but they don't. Like, it's just so hard to keep a brush, you know how it is, you know? So they're all like hard as a rock and stuff, and then we get there, I look at the wall, and all the brushes were like $20 for like one brush. I forgot about our subject, or our conversation, like totally. And what'd you say? I was like,
you're like, look, they're like $20.
But I told the guy working there.
Yeah, and I was like, you are so predictable. Like, I knew you were gonna freak out at how expensive the supplies was. That's why I told you before we go, look at what we have so we don't buy something we don't need.
So,
and then you bitched because you thought we got too much paint.
Well, I didn't realize paint was $40.
I was like thinking, sweet, cheap. It was actually 30% off. Jason's there bitching.
Yeah, but the totals was $80. How did that happen?
That's not that much for paint.
We gotta, all right, guys. I said, guys. Stop. Like a blogger.
Hey, guys.
Like a vlogger.
No, listen. It was 80 something because we got trim paint. We got semi-gloss, you know, like...
A quart of trim.
Yeah, a quart of trim and a gallon of the paint. And, like, you know, Jason just can't fathom spending more than, like, $20 on something.
Not either.
Even 20. He freaked out about 20.
For what?
The brushes. Like, if it's not $5, he's bitching about it.
I
so
know. You would swear I made, like, minimum wage.
Oh, my God. It kills me. It drives me nuts. The guy was standing there looking at me like he felt bad for me. Like, he was like, have fun, guys. And I was just like...
I'm, like, walking out the door like, $80!
Yeah. He felt bad for me, for sure. He was like, that poor girl.
Everybody does. But, so anyways, so I'm like, oh, I was like, no, I'm not getting a brush. I was like, we got brushes at home. So then, like, you didn't know this, but, like maybe, like, an hour ago, you were up in the room. You were like, hey, grab me a brush, because I want to try this paint out, you know? So I went in the garage, and, I went to all my brushes, and they were, like, hard as, like, a brick.
Jason.
I was like, hold on. I was like, oh, no. I was like, I did it again, you know, because I knew you were gonna bitch and be like, oh my god, you should have just bought a brush, you know, you cheap. And then I luckily like somehow found the one I gave you. It was like a trim. It was actually perfect because I needed a trim brush. It was like a trim brush, like barely used, and I found it.
It's really small.
It's so small.
Like it might take you like.
It was for like a daycare.
It's for like painting pictures, like watercolor,
like trees. Yeah, like water paint. Yeah. It's my trim brush now.
He's like, I found this.
Oh my
This is good. I'm like, okay.
I know, I literally found it at like the bottom of the pile, and like Riley's.
Well, it'll just take you a really long time to do the trim. At least we got a roller though. That'll be good.
I know. But I need to. All right. This fight's about to come on. But
what the hell is that?
Brenner and Pacquiao.
No. There's like a bird in our house.
There was a bird in our house.
You just spit it into my mouth.
Ew.
My mouth was open and your spit landed in there.
Isn't that funny? Well, not
Gross.
you kissing, but isn't that funny how like a couple like makes out,
but then
stuff like that, or even like the toothbrush.
Yeah. Well, that's because you're like scrubbing grime off your teeth.
Yeah, but like
it's not the same as
shoving your tongue down somebody's throat.
No, I don't like that.
Like I've had girls like bite my tongue before. I've had girls like suck my tongue.
Oh, it's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. But yeah, like so I've had a girl suck my tongue.
What on earth would make someone think that is? What if someone listening was like, "Oh, I always do that,"
or did that to me?
I suck tongues all the time.
I suck Jason's tongue.
Yeah, like that's horrible.
But it was
no offense to you, but I don't think people like it.
No offense, but it was hot.
What?
Yeah.
You liked it?
Yeah, it felt good.
You like your tongue sucked.
It was like, it's not like I would be like...
That
hey,
is just...
It's not like I'd be like, hey, suck my tongue. But like the thought that she wanted me so much that she was like sucking on my tongue was hot.
Wasn't it awkward? Weren't
no.
you like,
No.
like...
No. Well, maybe for a second, but it was like hot. It was like, yeah, like I don't know if any guys are listening, if they've done it.
Have you
before.
had
Have
your
his tongue sucked?
tongue sucked?
It was like hot. She just wanted me that bad, and it felt kind of good.
Maybe that's just how she kisses.
Because you know me too, like I'm way more tonguey than you.
Yeah,
with
you're
you, I never
you're
use,
tonguey. I'm not.
and I don't anymore with you. But I'm just saying, like I can like do that like crazy tongue thing with a girl, and like that's
It's
fine.
just too much saliva and like.
Yeah, you're not like a mouthy person.
No. Like too much. Well.
And that's okay. We'll be like my parents who like just pecked for 30 years.
You don't know that.
Yeah, I do. 'Cause I always see them and it's just like this like, dude, kiss me. I haven't kissed you in a long. Oh, I went to kiss you and I was like, well, that's weird. It's been a long time. I think since you got pregnant.
Oh my god, you're so dramatic.
Yeah.
No, we kiss before bed.
No, we don't. She's lying to make our relationship look better. No way.
Our relationship is fine. First of all, I don't think kissing makes a difference.
No, that's a good question. Like all these other couples out there. Hey guys.
Hey guys,
Do you kiss? I'm such a
Jason's
sellout.
a blogger.
Yeah, I'm
Or a-
vlogger.
Yeah.
Yeah, vlogger. Yeah, but do you like Casey and Stacy? Like, what's the longest you guys would go? It's like they could talk back into the microphone, but like, what's the longest you guys could go without kissing, and not being like, is something wrong? Because me and Kirby can go a long time without anything being wrong.
We're totally.
Well, I just know
fine.
you're not like a kisser. You're not.
I'm not like.
You don't even have like lips for kissing.
Okay, well, take it down a notch.
Like you don't even have a.
Don't even go there.
Okay. So I'm saying like God made you.
I have one. I have the bottom one.
Right. So I just feel like even with that, it's like God was like, you're just not a kisser,
Oh.
That's okay.
Yeah. No, I'm just not like
Well, you didn't even give me a peck.
a super.
Give me a kiss on the podcast. How'd that feel? You don't
Fine.
like. You don't like it.
I just don't like tongue.
I know, but even when we kiss, I can feel it. You just like cringe.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
What?
It's okay.
That
You
is
always
so
have.
untrue.
You always have. You've never been like
Into it?
into it, and that's okay.
I just
I'm
don't
reinforcing that's okay. Because I've also been with other girls who just weren't into kissing, so it's not like I've been through this before.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's different for every couple. Like, you could ask somebody else how long you can go, but like, it's okay with us because
We're just
I'm
like
not
that.
the most whatever. What's the word?
Horny.
What? No.
I heard
That's
a
not
good ass
it.
quote, and I'm gonna butcher it like I always do. It was like, when you're having sex, it's like 1% of the problem, but when you're not having sex, it's like 100% of. Ah, shit! I ruined the
Wait,
quote.
what?
Okay, hold on.
Wait, when you're having sex, it's 1% of the problem.
But when you're not, it's 100%.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I still feel like, I don't know. That's not indicative always of your relationship. Like right now, I'm pregnant. I'm uncomfortable.
No, you're not. You're missing.
Well, maybe if you could remember the quote.
Hold on. I don't want to make it wait. You just missed some Kirby farts. You're such a sneak. I paused it for 2 seconds. I actually felt it. Like my butthole actually like rippled from your.
It like hurt.
Yeah, that sounded like it hurt. That's funny. I said that. It sounded like it hurt.
It didn't feel so good.
Yeah. I'm so close to the microphone.
I'm sorry.
Look at you. You're blowing out eardrum. Look at the female soundbars.
I don't know what that means.
Oh my god, I just missed like a first round knockout. Waiting for Manny Pacquiao versus Brenner, but the quote meant that like when you're having sex isn't an issue at all, right? I mean that makes sense. I said that kind of dumb, but when you're having sex,
Okay.
when you're having regular good sex, it's like a non-issue, right? Sex is just a non-issue, right? It's just whatever. But when you're not having sex,
It becomes
like the main issue.
Yeah.
So when think about like when us, sex isn't an issue, right? It's just not an issue. And it sucks right now because we're not.
Yeah,
'cause
but
you're
this is like
pregnant.
a weird-
I know.
yeah.
It's a bad example, but let's say you weren't pregnant and we weren't. Then it would be like it's a big deal. It's
yeah, like
this,
what's going on?
It's like this cloud over it that you like both
Yeah,
don't
like what?
talk about.
Right. No, we always talk about it.
Oh, I'm just saying couples like you just start,
Oh.
or maybe you like the guy will bitch about it and bitch, and then slowly you just stop talking about it. Then you don't have sex,
And then it
it's
just goes from
right.
there. Yeah.
But it's like this thing that like ruins your relationship.
Yeah,
That's
it can if you let it.
Yeah. It's sex sucks. Sex is like ruins everything. Like sex ruins everything. It's nice, but it ruins everything also.
Yeah, I don't know. If you let it.
Life would be so different without sex. If you just cut sex out, it would be every relationship would be drastically changed.
The world
The
might
world would be
drastically change.
drastically changed. Yeah. Well, actually, not even with sex. If they just made it not pleasurable, like what dolphins and humans, and what other have sex for pleasure?
I don't even know.
Yeah, but so that's yeah. We have to do one question, then we'll end it.
What do you
So the
mean?
one question. Well, I said, what's your biggest regret? We'll do that. What's your biggest regret? We'll end our podcast with a gay question.
Cheese and rice. You always put me on the spot. I think.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing. All right, let me think of mine.
Wait, are you going or
No, you can go. I can't think of anything.
My biggest regret.
Or we can say, or maybe what we can do at the end of the podcast, we can say it and then we can like think about it. If we can't think of one, that's stupid.
No, that's
Yeah.
the dumbest thing you ever said.
We'll think of one.
Maybe not going further in veterinary world, maybe.
Okay. And mine, I think my overall biggest regret would be I wish when I was younger I would like moved somewhere and like tried that. This is dumb. I'm cutting this out. This is stupid. This is such a dumb question. I'm like ashamed of what we just did.
You always like put so much pressure on the podcast. I don't understand why there has to be questions. Every podcast we're gonna end it like with a question, and there has to be an intro, and there has to be a
That's just how I do, bro.
Oh, bro.
Okay, no more question.
Yeah.
Forget you even heard that.
Yeah, that was stupid. Let's take that back.
I tried to do that on What the Fuck But Why, and like we like forgot after the first.
And you kept doing it?
No, we just never did it ever again. But well, that was that. Like I said before, a no pressure podcast. We're not expecting anything from this. We don't want anything to happen from this.
No, this is just like our legit conversation at midnight on a
little forced.
Saturday.
But basically the same thing, just
Pretty
compacted
much.
short for you guys to hear. Like, everything we talked about is what we would be talking about on the couch.
Yes.
Well, no, it'd be me talking about you trying to watch TV.
yeah.
You know? So, are you done? You feel good? Because this fight's about to start. So, it's been an hour. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. Yeah.
I
I was about to start.
Probably talked too much again.
Wait, who do you think's gonna win?
Pacquiao.
I hope so, because Broner is a little
It's cocky
douchebag, and I don't like cocky people.
No,
at all.
You just hate short people.
No, I hate cocky
No,
people.
you hate short people.
What? Then I would hate Manny Pacquiao because he's short.
It's funny because
I'm short.
It's weird,
you
though.
Make no sense.
it's weird. That's why you have a weird thing with short, because you're
No,
short.
no.
You're so weird with short.
You're weird.
You know what's funny? People, like, she'll make fun of, like, somebody on TV for being short.
No, I
and then I'm
don't. I'll be
and
like, oh, he's short.
And I'll
huh?
be like, babe, he's my height. And she'll be like, no. I'm like, yeah, look it up. He's my height. So what you're just making fun of this guy, like, that's your husband.
I've never made fun of someone for being short. I always say,
Oh my God.
I'm like, wow, he's smaller than I realized.
Right.
Or,
It's always just, like, you notice that. Like, it's
Yeah,
such a
'cause-
thing.
oh my God.
I'm just saying, like, say, like, Julie. Right?
You're
I've
sensitive.
Never, say, like, Julie. I've never heard her, like, ever bring up, like, he's short. Or, like, it's always,
Oh
like,
my
this
gosh.
thing with you. Like, it'll be, like, this, like,
Maybe
guy,
you have some deep-seated issues
No.
with your height.
You always bring up You just always point out the short guy. Every picture, like we're watching like TV, like, oh, that guy's short. Look how short that guy is. Like, it's always like a thing. I'm always like, why? Why do you always have to point out the short guy? Now, what do I always say? Like, I'm like, that guy's like 6'3". Like,
No, oh my god.
I'm like, that guy's just tall. You know, you always just assume everybody's short. Maybe that guy's tall. So we'll end it with that. Yeah, there was this guy who got surgery to make himself taller. They like break your legs. They break your legs, and then it's like a brace, and like they just like crank it and crank it and crank it. Yeah.
Wow, that's
Rogan was talking about it. They looked it up. Jimmy looked it up and confirmed. It's like the most. It's like almost medieval torture. It's like the same type of thing.
Why would anyone?
He went from 5'7" to he probably had a wife like you.
Oh,
he
you
went,
know what?
He was Asian. He went from 5'7" to 6 foot tall. It worked.
Well, yeah, it worked.
You know what? Oh my god, I'm not making this up. I swear to God, look it up. The reason he did it was because the girl said she didn't want to marry a guy that short. I swear to God, and that just held my point so much. Yeah, the girl said she didn't want to marry a guy that short. That's why there's like all those memes of like, how tall are you? And it's like 5, and she just like looks away. You know, like, ew. Like, girls have just like this. It's not fair that men.
Then why would I have married you?
Because like. You know how that goes. You just
No.
get stuck with somebody.
Oh my
and it just
God.
works. But it's not like I'm
You are
like.
so Debbie Downer.
It's not like. I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's like a guy who like loves like skinny girls, and then or like these perfect like big ass girls, and then he marries like a chick. It's like I don't know.
Yeah, but then okay, so look in the past, like my history of dating. I really haven't dated tall guys.
Because you just haven't really like come across. I'm just saying like you're.
Oh my god.
If you could pick, he would be like 6 foot tall. I'm just saying, and that's okay. Every girl would, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm not saying you should want short guys. I've just never heard a girl ever in my life be okay with that. But yet, guys get shitted on for wanting a girl who's kind of skinny with like a nice waist. And it's like, we're not allowed to want that.
Oh, shut up about your meninisms crap.
All right,
I
well,
want to hear about it.
we'll end it before I go on another rant.
Yeah.
So, here's our intro. I love